Good morning and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in... Good morning. Let's try that again. Good morning. And welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman. I'm here with Andrew Bleckman, and we're pleased to welcome you to this Sunday matinee performance. We have 9 games for you beginning at noon. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers win, play, show, quinella exacta, and trifecta wagering. And if these terms, 1, 2, 3, speak. If these terms are new to you, we'll explain them throughout the performance. We also have a pick 3 wager in Game 4. The high-paying High Five Jackpot begins in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee. And the all-new Mighty Ocho wager beginning in Game 1. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, and if you happen to be in Connecticut, mywinners.com. You set up an account, and you can bet along with the exciting action here. But placing bets, wagers is not necessary to enjoy all that we have in store for you today. Jai-Alai can be really fun just to watch as a sport. We do have 2 scratches in today's performance. And for those of you new to Jai-Alai terminology, a scratch is when a player who has been scheduled to play in the performance is out of the program due to a medical reason or an injury. Our 2 scratches today are Ron and Rock. Ron and Rock. Rock had a collision with the side wall chasing down a ball in doubles the other day, and so he's still feeling the effects of that. Ron has traveled all the way from California, so we're waiting just for him to finish up his medical clearance, and I do know for a fact he will be back on Thursday. So this will be a rundown of the scratch if we look at today's performance in its entirety. The first 4 games in full all are clear. No scratches in games 1 through 4. Beginning in Game 5, Post 3, scratch Rock, replace Rock with Lamonte. Game 5, Post 3, scratch Rock, replace Rock with Lamonte. Game 5, Post 3 in the backcourt, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Game 5, Post 3, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. There are no scratches in Game 6. Game 7, Post 7, scratch Rock, replace Rock with Juice. Game 7, Post 7, scratch Rock, replace Rock with Juice. Also in Game 7, Post 7, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Carballo. Game 7, Post 7, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Carballo. Game 8, Post 6, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Game 8, Post 6, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Game 9, Post 7, scratch Ron, replace Ron with El Barba. Game 9, Post 7, scratch Ron, replace Ron with El Barba. That's the scratch of Ron and Rock as they affect today's performance in its entirety. So we got 9 games coming up for you this afternoon. And whether you are safe and secure in place, or you're beginning to venture out, or however you're managing to survive what we have here in terms of the overall shutdown, we do hope you're safe. We do hope that you are healthy. And we are, if nothing else, pleased to be able to bring you Jai-Alai as sports entertainment this Sunday matinee. So with all this in mind, make those wagers or sit back and please consider joining us in the live chat on YouTube. Time to play Jai-Alai at 12 noon, which is just 6 minutes away. Andrew, how are you?
Stu, happy Sunday. Finally got the day of the week right for the first time on this Sunday. And we got some Jai-Alai action, as you said, but before we get to that, as we do before every performance now, we got the video explaining the scoring and how it's going to go for all these games. The first 8 games of the afternoon will feature spectacular 7 scoring. What does that mean? This video will explain it. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And that was a nice explanation video about Spectacular 7 scoring.
And one thing, we should point out that while we here in the announcer's booth don't respond directly to messages in the live chat, we do occasionally glance down. Our producer watches. If there's a question that comes up, we do our best to answer it. But we do, however, see locations.
Yeah.
We see Tennessee. We see Ireland. We saw the Netherlands the other day. And so, look, if you're enjoying it, please feel free to
chime in. Tell us where you are.
Yeah, and also let your friends know. If we are able to establish a fan club in Ireland, I'm not against when things open up. I'm not against getting on a plane and going to Ireland, especially.
Stu, I'm with you.
Yeah, no.
First flight we can take.
Well, and you got the hair. I don't know. Are you? Is that red?
People say it's red. It's more of like an auburn,
Here we go.
Yeah.
Strawberry blonde.
Strawberry blonde. I've gotten that. I like strawberry blonde. I like strawberry lemonade, so that's what comes to my mind when people say that. So
there we go. No, but by all means, a lot of what we do here is obviously word of mouth, and Highline's kind of always been that way. And watching it live is great, but until things open up, we can't welcome anybody here in the fronton, so it's just our players. But certainly, if you're enjoying, please spread the word and like and subscribe. And we're here Thursdays through Sundays, twice on Thursday, twice on Friday, Saturday afternoon, and Sunday. We're about to take a couple days off so the players can all get in collective ice baths and kind of soothe their muscles. And then we'll be back. We have 2 minutes till post time in game 1. Post time is the time that we actually begin the games. So game 1 is now just 2 minutes away. And if nothing else, we're very pleased with the response we've got, and we're pleased with the positive comments and the fact that you're enjoying this. We try to explain it as best we can. The truth of the matter is that there are, a lot of words that are unique to Highlight.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is that it is pretty easy to follow. Just watch it a couple times, and realistically, you'll get it.
Yeah, it's just a lot of catching, throwing. It's very similar to, if you play racquetball, tennis, a lot of those sports with like a racket, but except they've got that big basket attached to their hand. So the only difference there. And before we get into our first game of the afternoon, update the single standings for you. We mentioned at the end of the broadcast yesterday, we have this award called the Golden Cesta Award, which is great. Paulie worked with us in the booth here last year. Had this award given to the player with the most wins every week, the high win total. So for week 3 of this season, we've got week 3 of this season. Yeah, that was right. We got a tie atop the Golden Cesta standings. Weekly wins, Douglas with 5. We have Bueno with 5. There's no incentive for that Golden Cesta. It's just for fun, Stu, as we say here. A little, just an extra award to get these guys motivated, get their name on a plaque, and then we feature that in the Robote recap. So definitely check out the Robote recap, which will be a recap video we make after every week of play, and then we'll have that for you at the beginning of our next week of play. So it'll recap the single standings, it'll recap doubles play, it'll feature some of the best performances of the week, and we'll also have our Robote play of the week. So if you haven't checked out those Robote recaps, there are 2 of those already up on the Highlight Channel website, so check those out. Clock hits 0 minutes to game 1. Stu, we're ready to begin.
Time to begin this Sunday matinee performance. We'll begin with a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. All points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1 is number 9, Fred. Receiving the blue post 2 is number 31, Assier. Our first matchup has Fred serving to Assier. 2 judges, that's what we need. Ready to begin. Fred serves. Game 1 has begun. Assier with a powerful reverse to open up. Assier from the backhand. Low and hard to the inside. That scores. Point 2. Assier is first up on the board in our first game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3. Here's number 24, Cool Fitness. That backhand gets away from Cool Fitness. That hit the overhead screen. Point 2. Green shirt at post 4 receives. Here's number 10, Juice. Juice from the forehand. Assier turned around and saved that on the rebote. That's good. Assier with the catch. Gets it over Juice's head. Juice on the run. Juice, one of the faster players on the roster, just could not get back to make that catch. Point 2. Two has 3 points. Our next matchup has Assier serving 2. Post 5, Tennessee. Rebote by Assier. That's an outside placement that is going to score. Good for Assier. Point 2. On the court, ready to receive. Yellow shirt at post 6. CRB. Catch by Assier. What a scoop by CRB. Ball missed. Point 6. That'll bring to the court the pink shirt of post 7, number 30, Diaz. That serve died coming out of the service box. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive in the purple shirt of post 8, number 26, Lamonte. Ball off the cesta. Off a good serve by CRB. Point 6. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round, Fred. Another excellent serve by CRB. Good backhand by Fred. CRB's got it. Point 6. Straight points to a possible game point here for post 6, the yellow shirt, CRB, trying to stop him. Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness from the forehand. CRB from the 7 line. Great catch by Cool Fitness. He puts it back inside. CRB there. Scoop attempt missed. That is point, and a perfect game to the yellow shirt of post 6. Number 18, CRB. 6 wins it. 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, and 3. Pair off and play off for third place. 4 first serves to 5. Ball, ball. Who's got the ball? Judge had the ball. There we go. That is an ace serve by Juice. Beautiful. 0.4. 7 now serves to 8. Ball tipped by Lamonte. 0.7. 1 now serves to 3. The winner of this point meets 4 and 7 in the continuing playoff for third place. Good catch by Fred. 0.1. Four, 7, and 1 playoff for third place. 4 first serves to 7. Underserve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That fell short of the 4. This point goes to Diaz in post 7. Possible show point for the 7 post. Diaz trying to stop him. Fred. Good catch by Diaz. Diaz sends it in hard. Fred makes the catch. Diaz from the forehand. He sends it deep. Swing and a miss. Point and show to post 7. Diaz. Unofficial order finish. 6-7. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 1 are official. Coming in first, post 6, CRB. Taking second, post 2, Aussier. Coming in third, post 7, Diaz. 6-7, the official order finish. $2 Quinella 2-6, 48-20. The trifecta, 6-7, 222.60. And a respectable win to start the day. $2 on 6. To win, return $22.20. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 2, a spectacular 7 singles match. The next game played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Post time for Game 2, just 7 minutes away. Overall, not bad play coming out of the first game.
Yeah, good to see CRB back in the win column there, Stu. I mean, came out of the gates strong. We talked about him a lot in those first 2 weeks. One of the guys that's only been playing for it. It's almost only a year and a half, not even 2 full years now. So he was one of the guys that came a little later than some of the guys that played receiver at the University of Miami and Virginia Union. So a guy with a ton of athletic ability. Piled on 2 wins week 1. I think he had 2 wins week 2. A ton of finishes in the money, almost a 50% clip in the money in week 2, and that was his first win of week number 3. So CRB getting back in the win column. Good to see for him. Just looks a lot more composed out there, just catching the ball. I mean, it just looks a lot more fluid for sure.
No question about it. Had a fantastic serve. I mean, obviously, there are different things about Jai-Alai that stick out to us. I've always been a very big proponent of the importance of the serve.
Yeah.
And I just find it exciting when I'm sitting here and I'm watching and you see a really good serve come in. And that was, if I'm not mistaken, he did have an ace that game, didn't he? Was that he that had the ace?
I think Juice had
the ace.
Yeah,
Juice had the ace. There we go. No, that was a beautiful serve by Juice. And again, in a single serve, what you're looking for is you're looking to get it fairly deep into the box. And by deep, I mean it comes close to the 7 line, goes to the corner, and you want your opponent to try to catch it on the backhand. And a perfect serve would be an ace, of course, but after that would be as if you buried him in the corner, and in catching it, he has to touch the back wall with his cesta. I think that's really where you want it. Makes it very difficult to return and almost impossible to throw a shot from back there. We got 4 minutes till we begin game 2.
And with the serve too, a lot of these guys, have some different methods. We see El Barba sometimes. He goes to that changeup serve, which, you would think that it can't be that hard to catch a slow one, but that seems to trip people up, more than those fast ones that are coming in. And just maybe a matter of, when it's coming in so close to that side wall, that little spin, it's fast. It can't really move that much, off that side wall. But when it's coming slow, it could really take a deep dive, almost like a curveball or a changeup coming in. So you got to move that cesta, and with the amount of space you have to catch them, those could be difficult. So everyone's sort of got their own way of serving. These guys obviously improving at different rates. One guy, year to year, his serve improvement just stunning noticeably is Fred. He comes out last year, a guy that would get the serve in occasionally, but this year just rears back and he fires that serve in and gets it in the box, throwing it with a lot of confidence. Certainly something that has helped him. He's got a win this week, and overall there for Fred, that serve has gotten him in the money just under 30% of the time. 2 wins, 2 places, 2 shows, so certainly helped his play here in 2020 for sure. And our previous game winner, CRB number 18. Some of these guys have a little backstory as to why they may have chose some of the numbers that they do. A lot of these guys played other sports, and that's exactly why CRB wears the number 18. He played, as we mentioned, football at Miami, and he wore number 18 at Miami. So, and he also started CRB, the company, his training company, up in 2018. So 18 at Miami, started his company in 2018. So the number 18, a lot of significance there for CRB, why he wears that on the back of his jersey.
And for Bueno, number 22, obviously carrying forward the number of his father, the very famous number 22 Bueno. Very famous. He's so famous I missed the name. The very famous number 22 Benny played almost his entire career at Miami Jai-Alai. I think he had a season a season or 2 at Fort Pierce before he started. Of course, that was a long, long time ago. So carrying on that tradition of number 22. So third and final call for all wagering in Game 2, last call. We are ready to begin game number 2, a spectacular 7. Singles match, played to 7 points with all points doubling after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have Jedden. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Diaz. There's the serve. We begin game 2. It's a beautiful throw by Diaz to start this game. Diaz, perfect positioning to make that rebote. Big, big, big bounce. Jedden went up to get it. That's exactly how you have to approach that ball. Have to go up and get it. Just bounced in front of him. Point 2. Next matchup has Diaz serving to the white shirt of post 3, Ben. Excellent catch by Ben. Strong backhand. Caught by Diaz. Diaz goes deep from the left side. Ben hangs in there to make a difficult rebote save at the wall. It scores. Point 3. Green shirt to post 4 receiving. Here's El Barba. Powerful backhand by El Barba. Ben's there. Ben shoots it hard. Back to the inside. Hooked rebote to the sidewall. Point 3. Ben now serves to Cool Fitness. Black shirt at post 5. Rebote left side by Ben. Big, big bounce all the way to 13 line. Cool Fitness has it. Returns a carom. Wow. That was beautifully thrown by Cool Fitness. Point 5. Here's post 6, the yellow shirt. Anderluck. Picata, the big, big bounce. Cool Fitness making a nice adjustment. Beautiful throw by Anderluck. That scores point 6. Our next matchup has Anderluck serving to the pink shirt of post 7. Here's Wello. Anderluck moved up, was in position, could not complete the catch. Point 7. Volo has a point. He now serves to post 8, the purple shirt. Bueno will complete the first round of play. Nice backhand throw by Bueno. Rebote. That's off the court. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All points are now double. All matchups will be worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, post 1, Jedden. Good catch by Jedden. Went out from the backhand. What a catch by Bueno. That was a beautiful rebote by Jedden. Jedden, another nice rebote. Bueno's there. Jedden on the rebote to the outside. Bueno follows it at the 7 line. Karam, Jedden. He got to that ball, but you got to extend your arm, try to throw it. He touched the screen. Point 8.
And a really good idea by Bueno there. See, he looked to see where Jedden was before he threw that carom to the outside. Jedden's got a lot of speed, but even he couldn't get there.
Here's post 2, Diaz. Under serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line on the serve. That fell short. This point goes to 2. Diaz has 3 points. He's serving 2. El Barba in post 4. Diaz with a good catch. Backhand. Caught by El Barba midcourt. Diaz moving up on the left side to try to make that catch. Point 4. El Barba has 2 points. He serves to the white shirt of post 3, Ben. Ball missed off the side wall. That was a great serve by El Barba. Came straight to the side wall. Point 4. 4 has 4 points. Here's the black shirt of post 5, Cool Fitness. Great catch by El Barba at the 11 line. It's a hard throw. Caught in the air by Cool Fitness. El Barba from the 11 line. Outside placement missed. Point 5. Five on the board with 3 points, serving to post 6. In this next matchup, Cool Fitness serves to Anderluck. Cool Fitness on the backhand. Cool Fitness again. Robote coming out. Forehand Robote by Anderluck. Played nicely. Here's Cool Fitness. Robote by Cool Fitness. Here's Anderluck. It's a hard throw. Scoring. Point 6. Anderluck has 3 points. He serves to the returning 7 post. In the pink shirt is Wello. Wello from the 12 line. Beautiful throw by Vuelo. Anderluck's there. That's the carom. Great catch. And the 3-wall replay on the return.
Oh, what an effort.
Point 7. Here's post 1, Jedden. That's a nice forehand Robote. Catch by Vuelo. Catch by Jedden. Missed. Point 7. Possible game point 4. Pink shirt of post 7. Vuelo. Receiving. Bueno. Good catch by Bueno. Bueno throws it hard. Vuelo makes a great catch. Good catch by Bueno. Robote coming way, way, way out. Robote hooked to the pad. Point 8.
And that's pad is still bad, Stu.
Yes, it is. Possible game point for Bueno. Here's post 2, Diaz. Ball tipped. Point and game. Purple shirt of post 8. Bueno. 7 places, 4 shows. Unofficial order finish for game 2, 8-7-4. Results are official from Game 2. Coming in first, post 8, Bueno. Taking second, post 7, Vuelo. Coming in third, post 4, El Barba. 8-7-4 is the official result of Game 2. And our prices are up. Some nice prices up there on that board. The $2 Quinella. That's first and second in any order. That's 7-8 or 8-7. Returned $35. The trifecta 8-7-4. That's kind of a hard number to come in, which is why I paid $713.20. And the exacta. That's a nice looking exacta. 8-7. $1 exacta. $144 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our third game, a spectacular 7 doubles match, the first of 3 doubles games in today's performance. Next game is played at 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Game 3 also begins the High 5 jackpot with its $2,000 guarantee. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And if you have the only winning ticket to do that, you will cash in on that $2,000 guarantee. Post time, 7 minutes away.
And folks watching at home, we do have another video for you, Stu. This one, some of you have seen it, you've been watching before, explains how to win and how to lose in the sport of highlight. Take a look.
The main rule of highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then, in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in highlight. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a highlight player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And that is how you win or lose in the game of highlight. And we're beginning doubles. There's a few things that are a little different about our doubles here at Magic City. First of all, in other facilities, you will see front quarters and back quarters that switch every game, unless, of course, they're playing a tournament. Here at Magic City, we want to give you a team to root on. So our teams are put together, and they will play together throughout the duration of a double season. The current double season goes through June 27th with $10,000 on the line for these players. That's $10,000 for first, $5,000 for second. That will, of course, be split by the winning teams. In addition to that, for the majority of our teams, front quarters are set as front quarters, back quarters are set as back quarters. But at Magic City Jai-Alai, we've only been playing Jai-Alai here for 3 years, and these players have been trained from scratch to play on this particular program. So we're still actually feeling out the traditional roles of front quarter and back quarter. So now, the majority of our teams do have an assigned front quarter and an assigned back quarter. However, there are two teams, Jedden and Cool Fitness. That's one of the teams. They can switch, and that is based on how they feel that they're playing and what will give them the best advantage. Now, the front court traditionally requires a little bit more running, a little bit better of a rebote, and especially in Jedden's case, just coming back from that injury,
right.
If he feels that he needs to sit back a little bit, he may choose to go in the backcourt. So that is actually up to those players.
Yes.
The other teams are restricted.
Like you talk about the, front quarters and back quarters a little different. Our standings are also different for these doubles tournaments, as you mentioned, Stu. We'll have 3 doubles tournaments throughout the duration of our entire Jai-Alai season. The whole season goes through the end of November, pretty much. We have 3 doubles tournaments throughout that entire season. The first one, Stu said, ends in June. So how these teams, how the standings are determined for these doubles games, every time a team wins a doubles game with their assigned partner only, and you see sometimes we have scratches in these doubles games, so if you win with a person that is not your assigned partner for the tournament, the win does not count towards the overall standing. So if you are, maybe familiar with Jai-Alai before, the standings are a little different, the play's a little different, but as Stu said, we want to give you a team to root on, make it more like maybe a Big Four traditional sport that you may have. Everyone's got a favorite team, and so we want to give that feel here at Magic City with the doubles play. So in looking at those standings, last year's doubles champion, Douglas, he played with Rock last season, but this year he's with Lamonti. New partner does not matter for him still. Out there setting the pace. That doubles team has 8 wins on the season. They've played in just under 30 games. They're coming in the money over 50% of the time. They're winning at just under a 30% clip. That's our first place team, Douglas and Lamonti. They are in the lead with 8 wins. In second place, you have the team of Ikeda and Fred. Ikeda and Fred with 5 wins. They got a few of those in week 1, 2 in week 1. They've got 3 more here in week number 2. Giving them a total of 5. So Douglas and Lamonti in first with 8. Fred and Ikeda with 5 in second place. And there are season-long incentives for these doubles tournament as well. The first place team will take home $10,000. Split amongst the players. Second place team gets $5,000. So in addition to the money they're receiving for the games, they're playing for a little extra. And speaking of a little extra as well, that Golden Cesta, Stu, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the weekly singles game leader. Try that again. The person with the most singles wins every week is awarded the Golden Cesta. Bueno and Douglas were tied. Bueno, a big win in Game 2. Douglas is only playing 2 singles games. He'll be featured in Games 8 and 9. So for Bueno, that win in Game number 2 gives him 6 wins on the week, if I'm not mistaken. Stu, a very impressive week to go along with 3 places. So something to keep an eye on also. As the clock hits 0 minutes, send it over to Stu to begin Game 3.
You don't have far to send it, actually.
We're right here.
Yeah, exactly.
We just have the little glass in front, so it's got to go around.
We now begin game number 3, the first of our 3 doubles games in today's performance. This game is played 2. 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Serving in. Red shirts post 1, we have Fred and Ikeda receiving blue post 2L, Barba and Ben. Powerful, powerful reverse by Bent. Wow. Point 2. That happened so fast I didn't get the point up in time. White shirts at post 3 receive. Juice and Carballo. Carballo on the backhand. Rebote forehand by El Barba. Point 2. That'll bring up the green shirts of post 4. This next matchup has El Barba serving to Lamonte and Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Bends there. Catch by Douglas. Douglas throwing it up. Wow, that was hard. Crossing the wall perfectly at the 9 line. Point 4. Point 5. Here are the yellow shirts of post 6. Diaz and Anderluck receive. Powerful throw from the forehand of Anderluck. Tennessee's got it. Tennessee from the 12 line.
Got to communicate, Stu.
Yes, you do. Black shirts, that point goes to the 5. Our next matchup has Bueno serving to the pink shirts of post 7, Asier and Kubala. Rotate forehand to the outside. That's off the court by Bueno. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive wearing the purple shirt. So post 8, team of Jedden and Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness moves up to take the catch. Ball missed. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth double through the end of the game. Ikeda from the forehand. Nice catch by Jedden. Jedden from the forehand. Outside. Caught in the air by Ikeda. Jedden calls for it. Puts it inside beautifully. Great catch by Ikeda. Jedden, great positioning up at the 6 line. Makes it. And it scores. Point 8. That puts Jedden and Cool Fitness on the board with 3 points. They serve to the returning 3 team, Juice and Carballo. Over serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That pass to 7. This point goes to post 3. Returning, ready to receive. The blue of post 2, El Barba and Ben. Hard throw by Ben. Juice on the run. Try to get assessed on it. Missed it. Point 2. El Barba and Ben have 4 points. They serve 2. The green of post 4. Lamonte and Douglas. Great catch by Douglas down low. That's a powerful reverse. El Barber for the rebote. Great catch by Ben. I mean, fantastic catch by Ben. Here's Douglas from the 10 line. Point 4. When the ball's moving that fast, it's a little difficult to get out of each other's way. That's tough. Post 6 receives. Diaz and Anderluck. Anderluck from the forehand. Rebote saved to the outside by Douglas. He keeps it in play. Oh,
Again.
miscommunication
No.
between the two players resulted in a missed ball. Emphasis on the importance of communication there. Point 4. It happens. Black shirts, post 5. Bueno and Tennessee. Possible game point for the 4. Douglas with a hop makes the catch. Rifles it inside to score. Here's Tennessee. Douglas, rebote, low and inside. Bueno lets it go. Tennessee's there. Tennessee with a hard throw. Douglas makes the catch. Bueno cuts in to make the catch. Great catch by Douglas. Powerful, powerful, powerful throw. Bueno's got it. Douglas again. Another really powerful throw to the inside. Rebote's up. Cortado Rebote stopped by Douglas. Powerful backhand by Douglas. Wow.
What a point.
That's a first. Point in game. Green shirts of post 4. Lamonte and Douglas. Taking second, post 2, El Barba and Ben. Coming in third, post 8, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
I was going to say, need a second for my heart rate to come down after that game.
Well, yeah, this is
flying all over.
No, look, we have guys that can throw the ball really hard, and realistically, we can say that after 3 years, the danger level has gone up significantly. The intensity has gone up significantly. And this is from the role that I serve as a manager. This is the thing that I've been talking about. We really need to take this seriously, and seriously for the potential danger. I mean, I've also intensity. I've never seen Tennessee do that before.
I was going to say Tennessee's showing some emotion. If he's showing emotion, that just shows you how competitive it is out here and how much these guys want to win. No, it's
very
awesome.
Frustrating. That ball was coming in at 1,000 miles an hour. $2 Quinella, 2-4. That's first and second in any order. 2-4, 4-2, $18.60. The trifecta, 4-2-8. Returning $193 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Game 4 also begins today's Pick 3. To play the Pick 3, you correctly pick the winners of games 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, intensity had everything to do with that. Douglas is playing a little differently than he did last year. In that last year we saw some more shots, some more rebotes. He obviously has tremendous power on that right side, and it's becoming more of a power game for a number of these guys. Ben, the same thing can absolutely be said for about Ben. Ben started off the game with the ball that was thrown almost as harder than I've ever seen him play before.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, and the issue is this, is that, okay, so again, as we approach year 3, one of the things that we're seeing, as we're in year 3, the whole key is control and power.
Yeah.
You need to put those two things together. And by control, we mean that you throw the ball where you intend the ball to go, and obviously just don't throw it willy-nilly, because that obviously gets both very dangerous and can also just send the ball off the court wild. So you can't do that. So this is what we're seeing in terms of the development of this program at Magic City Jai-Alai, which is unique in the world of Jai-Alai. There's no question about it. And if you're watching on TV, you really don't get a chance. You don't get a sense of how hard the ball is going. And as far as the ball that we're using, it's different than the traditional highlight ball in that this ball is plastic. So it's a plastic. I mean, refer to a rubber ball, plastic ball, but it doesn't have any natural rubber in it. It's a plastic ball. They're made in Spain. It is slightly heavier by a few grams than the traditional highlight ball. It's particularly dense, and it is harder than a lacrosse ball. So, I mean, someone made a comment like in the first year, I don't even know why they're wearing helmets, which is just, okay, well, they're wearing helmets, you're going to get killed if, God forbid, it did hit you in the head. But that's what you need to think about. It's a ball that's harder than a lacrosse ball, a little bit denser, or a little bit more dense. Denser or more dense? Not sure. But
denser.
Yeah, a little bit more dense as well. It's about the same size as a traditional highlight pelota as well. And yeah, when it's going this fast, look, I've had a Ceston for, never played professional. I've had a Ceston for 33 years, I think. I'm not going out there. No chance.
No, not me. I mean, beyond a matter of skill, I mean, these guys, we're right behind them. You can just see how much power they get behind it. And I think maybe a turning point, as your voice cracked there, a turning point in our, in terms of power and guys really just starting to fling the ball. I think there were 2 points in last season. I mean, Douglas, we mentioned, he was a little injured at the beginning of the year. He came back, and when people really saw his power out there, I think that was one, maybe turning point where everyone started to throw a little harder and step up their game. And I think another one also when Ron and Ikeda came in, and for another reason, Ron in particular, no more than, I'm not out here to guess his height, but probably no more than 5'8", 5'7", a particularly small guy, not a lot of muscle, a little bit different build than these guys, and he came in firing it, almost as hard as Douglas. And I think when guys saw that, they're like, wait a minute, I don't have to have the muscles. I don't need to be in the gym for 3 hours a day to be able to throw it that hard. It's really more about just, the movement. And if you play the game, it's all about generating power, and it's not about size, all the time.
And this is a hard thing to explain in highlight. It's, posture has, so it's what the Spanish call, postura. But posture has a lot to do with it. So it's not just good form.
Yeah.
Good form is helpful, but also with good form, which is very fluid, you can generate a lot of power. There's a lot of physics involved with this game. I'm not going to go over the math because I don't know the math.
Yeah.
But when you talk about, like, for instance, players who have longer arms, when you look at where the point of inflection is in the shoulder, you take that cesta, you put that at the end of the arm, straight arm, loose wrist.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Plus the ball generating a lot of speed, and then with the snapping of the wrist, that ball rolls off of the tip of the cesta. It's not just thrown flat.
Right.
And some players are better able to do that with others. That's not even something that can actually be taught. It can be explained, but you have to develop the form, and that's where form comes into it. Sometimes people who know highlight have been critical of some of our players and their form. The truth of the matter is that comes.
Yeah.
Some players never develop good form. Believe me, in all the years I managed highlight, there were players who played professional highlight who had kind of crappy form.
Yeah.
Amateurs, the same thing.
Right.
But catching and throwing, you can develop that. But form does come to a number of players. It does not come to everybody.
Yeah,
it just does not. And form does have a lot to do with generating speed on the ball.
Yeah, and you see in other sports, I mean, there's guys that have, questionable form in golf. A guy like Jim Furyk, if you're a golf fan, you watch his swing, not anything like you would see a traditional golf swing or how they would teach it, but a guy that is a major champion, one of the, an older player, but one of the better golfers in my time growing up. And then, in basketball, first guy that comes to mind, like a shooting form like Sean Marion, a guy that, everyone questioned his shooting form. But hey, if the ball goes in and you're winning in, any sport, that, that's all you can ask for at the end of the day. So, a bunch of different ways to do it, as you're saying. But it's cool to see, all these guys, they want to one-up each other because they're athletes. And, you see that in the chat. People are saying that. And it's really cool. They get that athletic drive, and they just, one after the other, they just want to one-up each other. And we saw that yesterday in the play. It's just consistent and really, really strong. So these guys really feed off of each other, and that's important as the athletic side of it.
Minutes to game 4 says 0, which means that it's time to begin our 4th game. A spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in Red shirt of post 1 is number 24, Cool Fitness. Receiving in the blue of post 2 is number 9, Fred. There's the serve. Game 3 begins. That was over. Point 2. 2 first up on the board in our 4th game. That'll bring to the court white shirt to post 3, Lamonte. In and out of the cesta the ball goes. That was a good serve by Fred. Came in nice and hard. Point 2. Our next matchup has Fred serving to the green shirt of post 4, Tennessee. Tennessee with a powerful backhand. Soft touch scores, point 2. Fred has 3 points. He now serves to the black shirt of post 5. Great catch by Vuelo. Reverse 2-all. Scooped up by Fred. Ball tipped. Point 2. Fred with 4 straight points serves to the yellow shirt of post 6, CRB. That's the risk with that hard serve. Got to be careful of that service box. That's an underserve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That fell short. Point 6. On the court, ready to receive. The pink of post 7. Juice. Beautiful throw by Juice. Nice and smooth. Came back to the inside. Point 7. Our next matchup has Juice serving to the purple shirt of post 8, Assier. Over serve. Point 8. That completes the first round of play, and all matchups are now worth 2 points. First to return in the second round, Cool Fitness. Powerful backhand. Cool Fitness going for the rebote. Point 8. Assier has 3 points. He serves to the returning 3 post, Lamonte. Good catch by Assier. Great catch by Lamonte. Lamonte goes deep. Rebote comes out. Point 3. Our next matchup has Lamonte serving to the green shirt of post 4, Tennessee. Beautiful fall down rebote by Tennessee. Great catch by Lamonte. He goes back to the inside. Swing and a miss. Point 3. Lamonte has 4 points. He serves to the returning 5 shirt, the black shirt. Vuelo. Powerful backhand by Vuelo. Rebote by Lamonte makes it. Point 5. Vuelo serving to Fred. He returns in the blue post 2. Beautiful throw by Fred from the forehand. That's a hard backhand by Vuelo. Fred, rebote. Vuelo goes deep. Rebote for Fred. Just missed. Point 5. Vuelo has 4 points. He serves to post 6, CRB. It's an excellent serve by Vuelo. Point 5. Possible game point for the black shirt at post 5. Vuelo trying to stop him. Juice. Good catch by Juice. Strong forehand play. Vuelo with the rebote. Juice catches it in the air. What a catch by Vuelo. And he held on to it. Rebote goes back.
Does score.
That lands in to score. Well played by both players. That was a great catch by Vuelo. Point 7. Juice has 3 points, serving to post 1. Cool Fitness. Good catch by Juice. Cool Fitness, strong backhand. Point 1. Play continues. Cool Fitness is on the board with 2 points. He serves to Assier. Good serve by Cool Fitness. Stays to the inside. Scores. Point 1. Cool Fitness has 4 points. He serves to the returning 4 post in the green shirt. We have Tennessee. Catch by Tennessee. Powerful backhand by Tennessee. Forehand rebotes in play. Cortada attempt, touch the pad. Tough break. Point 4. Play continues. Tennessee serves 2. White at post 3, Lamonte. Lamonte from the forehand. Good catch. Back to the inside he goes. Rebote hook to the sidewall. Point 3. Possible game point for Lamonte in the white shirt at post 3. Trying to stop him. Fred. Hard throw by Fred scores, point 2. Possible game point for Fred. Trying to stop him, CRB. CRB with a good catch. Nice throw. Robote's coming to the inside. Fred hangs in there to make the save. Here's CRB. Hard throw goes back. Robote a little more shallow. This ball's off the court, point 6. CRB has 3 points. He serves to the black shirt of post 5. Vuelo returns with possible game point. Robote hits the overhead screen that's out of play. Point and game to the black shirt of post 5. Vuelo. This is a playoff for second and third place. 3 serves to 2. Excellent serve by Lamonte. Lamonte with a hop makes the catch. Holds onto it. Back to the inside he goes. Here's Fred. Off the court. Point and place to post 3. 2 shows. Unofficial order finish 5, 3, 2. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results are official from game number 3, coming in first, post 5. Vuelo taking second, post 3. Lamonte coming in third, post 2. Fred, your price will be up in a moment. There are your prices. The $1 quinella. That's first and second in any order. That's 3-5 or 5-3, returning $96.70. The trifecta 5-3-2. That's first, second, and third place finishing $112 even. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 5, the second of our 3 doubles games. Thank God the week's almost over. Wow, because I just can't do this anymore. A spectacular 7 doubles match, played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. This is a reminder that both Rock and Ron are scratched in today's performance. Game 5, post 3, scratch Rock, replace Rock with Lamonte. Game 5, post 3 in the backcourt, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Lamonte goes in for Rock. Anderluck goes in for Ron. And if I'm not mistaken,
we've got a video from our last game winner, Vuelo. A little profile video. Take a look.
I would say my biggest motivation, definitely not to be the worst. I definitely don't want to be the worst out there. So every time I get out there, I try to be better than that person I'm playing with or against. When I go out there, I don't really care what they're doing. I just want to be better than them. Yeah, that would be my major motivation right there. I'd hope to accomplish just to place higher than I did last year or the year before that. Top 5. In this new 2020 season, I plan on just executing my shots a lot better to score the point and finish it as quickly as possible, and just continue practicing as much as I can. Just practice. And
that was Vuelo explaining a little bit about his goals for this 2020 season and certainly living up to those lofty goals. Wants to be a little bit better than he was last year, while certainly doing his part in 2020 already through 3 weeks. I mean, I think Vuelo had around, it was just under maybe 30 singles wins. He was dealing with I think it was an ankle injury, just a lower body injury, hockey term there. Not sure exactly what part of the lower body, but came back a couple weeks late from our 2019 season. So had a few less games than most of the guys had, 30 wins total. But this season for Vuelo, an impressive start to 2020. He's got 10 singles wins, 8 places, and 4 shows. He's coming in the money at a clip of 40% in singles performances alone, and that's just his singles performances at 40%. And that is the 7th highest on the roster, and also in total number of wins. Vuelo now, that was win number 10, joining elite company of guys with double-digit wins for that championship singles race. The only ones ahead of him in the standings: Douglas at 15, Ikeda at 12, and Anderluck at 11. So all the feature game players ahead of Vuelo. So if you're looking for a guy in those early middle games that really cleaning up in his performances, Vuelo certainly doing it here in a lot of places too, which means that he's leaving a couple points on the board, looking to finish a couple more games, could have even more wins. So as the season progresses, definitely look for Vuelo to keep piling on those wins. An impressive start to 2020 for him. And before we start our 5th game, we got now just under 4 minutes to game number 5. It's pretty tough with that team of Douglas and Lamonti. Obviously, Douglas, the top player on a roster you've been watching, he's just playing a dominant play this week for Douglas. He's got, in singles alone, Douglas has 5 wins, 3 places, and 1 quad. So that's 9 games, 10 total games he's played. 8 of those in the money, and 1 was a quad. So 80% in the money, by far the highest on the roster. And then you talk about Lamonti too. I mean, a guy that you would say, hey, just throw it to Lamonti, but his effort in singles plays too. This may be the best I have ever seen him play in singles, in doubles, whatever. I mean, he is in perfect position out there. He's playing up in the front, and that people are going to start throwing it to him because they're trying to keep it away from Douglas. And just game after game, he's just standing out there making good catches on balls that are coming in pretty quickly as well.
It absolutely forces you to improve your game. Again, it's always important to remind people, what they're watching, which is, Lamonti had an entire career in the Coast Guard, retired from the Coast Guard, and now he's doing this. So it does tend to be, highlight tends to be easier the earlier you pick it up.
Yeah.
Realistically, you want to pick up highlight probably in the 10 to 12 age range, and some players start younger too, and then train, and then if you have particular aptitude towards it, turn pro. Usually 16 is the cutoff age, or is the earliest you can start playing pro. But you're literally talking, no matter what age you start, 3 to 5 years of amateur experience. And I do repeat that ad nauseum because it's important to understand that these players, the most of which are in their 3rd year of playing period. Anderluck never saw highlight. It's not even a question of, and that's one other thing that some of our amateur friends. Obviously, I've been around amateur highlight since 1978. I've only played. I started playing in '83 in the Miami Highlight School, but that's one issue that some well-meaning folks had with us. These guys didn't pay their dues. Yeah. Okay, but highlight's not like that anymore. We're not there anymore. There's no dues to be paid. These guys signed on. They practiced. They worked hard. And some have taken to it better than others. There's no question about that. Some are playing better than others. There's no question about that. But that's the same thing that we saw in amateur, and that's the same thing you've seen at other professional fronts.
Yeah.
So, but specifically with Lamonti, he gets total kudos. He's to pick it up late in life, or later in life, to pick it up later in life, and also to have to, be thrown into it. He's done terrific.
Yeah, and just also from the perspective, probably not easy being Douglas's partner out there. He's really wants to win all the time, and you see that, sometimes he's running all over the court making plays, so you could feel like he's isolated out there. But, Lamonte, he made it clear that he wants to be involved in these doubles games. He doesn't want to sit on the sidelines, and he's doing just that. I mean, he's very involved in the play, making the throws when he needs to. And, if the ball doesn't come to you, the ball doesn't come to you. Sometimes Douglas is just going all around the court, covering the entire area. But he's made the plays. You got to give that team credit, and that is why they are up on those top of that doubles standings lead. They've got 9 wins. They have a 4-length lead now after their win in Game 3, so we'll see how they do here. Actually, no, they're not playing in this game, so we're going to have to wait for Game 7 to see that team again, but still our leaders. 0 minutes to Game 5. We begin.
We are ready to begin Game 5, a spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts, post 1, Bueno in Tennessee. Receiving the blue, post 2, Juice and Carballo. There's the serve. Game 5 begins. Great catch by Tennessee at the 13 line. Carballo from the 10 line. Carballo on the backhand. Bueno from the forehand. Great catch by Carballo. Tennessee holds on to it, lost his footing, but held on to it.
Great backup.
Tennessee wound up catching that. Juice wound up catching that. Almost looked like the point was over there for a second. Karam scores. That was a great point. Great way to start off Game 5. Our next matchup brings to the court white shirts at post 3, Lamonte Anderluck. Bueno makes a nice rebote save. Here's Anderluck from the 7 line. Back to the inside. Tennessee's there. Catch by Anderluck. Bueno on the rebote. Anderluck midcourt makes the catch. Cortada. Great catch by Tennessee. Scoop attempt missed. Point 1. Excellent play by Tennessee here in the backcourt. The one team has 2 points. They serve to the green shirts post 4, the team of Asier and Kubala. Catch by Tennessee. Asier tip ball at the 7 line. Point 1. Our next matchup has Bueno serving to the black shirts at post 5, the team of Fred and Ikeda. That stayed away from the overhead screen. Tennessee caught it beautifully. Rebote. Rebote left side. We have a swing and a miss midcourt. Point 1. Post 6 receives. Yellow shirts. CRB Vuelo. Under serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 on the serve. That fell short. This point goes to the 6. CRB and Vuelo will now serve to the pink shirts of post 7. Team of Cool Fitness and Jedden. Over serve. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive in the purple shirts of post 8. Last matchup of the first round is El Barba and Ben. Great catch by Jedden. Hard throw. Scoop by Ben. Great catch by Cool Fitness. Hard throw. Clips the side wall, but El Barba's got it. Jedden on the catch. There's the backhand. Robote to the outside. Jedden had assessed on it, could not bring it in. Well played by both teams. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All points are now double through the end of the game. First to return in the second round, Juice and Carballo. Carballo from the backhand. Great catch by El Barba. Powerful throw. Rebote by Carballo. Ben's got it. Karen by Ben does not open up. Carballo's got it. Great catch by Ben at the 10 line. Over the top, Picada. Stopped by Carballo. Karen by Carballo.
Wow.
Beautifully thrown. Excellent shot. Point 2. White shirts of post 3 return. Lamonte and Anderluck. Powerful throw by Anderluck. Great catch by Carballo. Scoop by Anderluck. Another great catch by Anderluck on the backhand. Here's Carballo from the 10 line. Anderluck with a great catch overhead. Outside placement stopped by Juice. Cortada by Juice almost hits Anderluck in the chest. Point 2. Chu has 4 points, receiving post 4 the green shirts, Asier and Kubala. Kubala on the backhand. Florian Robote's out of play. Point 4. Our next matchup has Asier serving to the black shirts of post 5. Fred and Ikeda. Ikeda moves up on it. Sends it back. Robote by Kubala. Catch by Ikeda with a nice reach. Here's Kubala from the 10 line. Swing and a miss at the 8 line. Point 4. Here's post 1. Bueno and Tennessee. Ball dropped. Point 4. Possible game point for the green shirts at post 4, Asier and Kubala. Trying to stop them. Post 6, the yellow shirts, CRB and Vuelo. Catch by Vuelo. Kubala on the rebote. CRB with a tip ball. That is point and game to the green shirts at post 4. Asier and Kubala. 4 wins it, 2 serves to 1. This is for second and third place. Underserve. 1 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order finish 4-1-2. And the results from Game 5 are official. Coming in first, post 4, Asier Kubala. Taking second, post 1, Bueno in Tennessee. Coming in third, post 2, Juice and Carballo. We'll have our prices in just a moment. There are your prices from Game 5. The Canelo 1-4, that's a 1-4 or 4-1, first and second in any order, $74.20. The trifecta, 4-1-2, first, second, and third place finishing, $274.80. And the 4 to win, returning $19.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Game 6, Spectacular 7, singles match. Play 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 6. 4 games left in today's performance. 6, 7, 8, and 9.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've got another video for you. This one, a special video. A couple years ago, we had this idea to start Magic City Jai-Alai, train players from scratch. If you've been with us before, you've heard us tell that story. Well, there was actually a documentary made about it, and an award-winning documentary at that. So here's that preview to Magic City Hustle. Take a look.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play Jai-Alai.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train Jai-Alai players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled Jai-Alai.
I was like, Jai-Alai.
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, played Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Jai-Alai became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
Yes, that's a 2019 winner of the Miami Film Festival. And you were saying you watched it last night?
I watched it again last night. I watched it for the first time during last season, I think probably September. So
see, I won't watch it because I'm in it. I saw it twice. I saw it the first time. I saw it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
And then I saw it a second time, and then my mom was, "Hon, do you think we could watch it? I'd really like to watch it." I was like, "Okay."
Like, no.
But then I see myself, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, if I would have been in it, I don't know if I could.
Fortunately,
see myself.
no.
Yeah,
I specifically fixed it so that I would not be in it that much. And I just kept on screaming foul language into the microphone whenever they taped it in my back. So, it's I managed to only have 2 scenes in it, but
too many for you.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's
maybe one would have been
maybe
enough.
20 years ago I would have had fun with it, but now it's like let me just come to work and do my thing and let me go home.
No, it's funny. There's a lot of really good one-liners in there. My favorite one, a guy that you haven't seen out here, we were just talking about, Legend. A Legend, a guy, I mean, we have a lot of athletes on this roster. And, I mean, we look at the pedigree of some of these guys. I mean, Carballo was drafted into the MLB 15th round. Tennessee pitched minor league baseball. Bradley was a track star hurdler. I mean, Jed's Super Bowl champion. I mean, the list goes on. But Kenny Kelly, Legend, played quarterback at the University of Miami while he was drafted into the MLB. So, I mean, think about like Kyler Murray. And the Kyler Murray was like the number 1 overall pick in the draft. He was drafted into the MLB and then was allowed to play football. So that seems, based on the documentary, Kenny was drafted by Tampa Bay, the Devil Rays. They were the Devil Rays back in the day. Wow. Aging myself there with the baseball team. And he was also simultaneously playing quarterback at Miami as a sophomore only. So, I mean, 19, 20 years old, quarterback for one of the top programs in the country, football, playing minor league baseball. This is a guy, and also, the funniest line he had there was all these guys, I mean, you see the muscles on these guys, all of them lift weights, work out hours a day. He said these guys eat weights, but he's the one that's ending up getting the win. So he's like, please, by all means, keep eating the weights, as he said, keep going in the gym for 3 hours, then come to practice and then go back to the gym for 3 hours. He's like, I'll be happy to take all your money. That was a good line, and definitely someone to look forward to when he comes back. I mean, he had dealt with the ACL injury pretty early into last season, so I mean he's been out for a while, but was practicing yesterday, so really positive.
Yeah,
so,
no, that was a terrible injury, and it took him out for almost basically an entire year. I mean, he played a little over a month and a half, and but he's been back, and again, like you said, he was on the court yesterday practicing between. Well, I wasn't between. It was after the afternoon performance, and just he really looked good. We have 2 minutes to go until we begin game number 6. Game 6 is now just 2 minutes away.
And in game 6, got that golden cesta. We're gonna keep pumping it out here, Stu. Bueno, post 4. If he wins this game, that will be his 7th win of the week. So Douglas with only 2 singles games. If Bueno can clinch at least a share of the golden cesta, that is the high win total on the week in singles play, awarded like the Player of the Week awards. In the NFL and the NBA, they have those Player of the Week. So the golden cesta is our version of the Player of the Week, and that's given to the person with the most wins. And right now, Bueno is in the lead with 6 wins on the week. Douglas right behind him with 5, and Douglas will be playing in those 2 feature singles matches, Game 8 and Game 9. So stick around for those, and a lot riding on those games. Just maybe not in monetary value, but just pride. All these guys super competitive, and that golden cesta just another thing they want to win. Less than a minute to Game 6. And how about that? Clock strikes 0. Stu, ready to begin. Game number 6.
We're ready to begin game number 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving the red shirt at post 1 is Ben. Receiving the blue at post 2, Tennessee. Ben serves. We begin game 6. Tennessee hustled out there. What a throw. What a catch. What a throw again.
Oh,
and it scores. Ben puts his hands up, says nothing I can do about that. Walks off the court. That is fantastic. Point 2. That was very good.
And I bet he feels bad about it, Stu.
Tennessee just dedicated that to Juan Ramon Arasate, our player manager, helped start the program, who is celebrating a birthday today. That's right, 37 years old.
30 years young.
37 years old today.
It's counting down, yeah.
Point 2. 2 serves to the green shirt at post 4. Here's number 22, Bueno. Forehand rebote by Tennessee. Bote left side to the inside. Beautifully thrown by Tennessee. Bueno's there. Too low. Point 4. Our next matchup will serve. Has Bueno serving to El Barba. Outside placement by El Barba. That was beautifully executed. Point 5.
Yeah, it's been his shot these past couple days, Stu. Loves the outside.
Now receiving the yellow shirt of post 6, Anderluck. Anderluck with a powerful forehand. El Barba on the run. El Barba makes the rebote. Catch by Anderluck. El Barba let out a little shout there as he got out of the way. Point 6. I think he did that just so he would know he was there and not get hit. That was good. Point 6. Pink shirt of post 7 receives. Here's Ikeda. It was an unusually hard serve by Anderluck. Scores. Beautiful serve. Point 6. Jedden completes the first round of play. That ball died coming off the front wall. High to the front wall. Point 6. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points. Ben returns. Great catch by Ben. Powerful backhand. On the wall. That was a beautiful throw. Anderluck's there. Ben's there. Anderluck from the forehand. Cortada will score. That was beautifully played by both Ben and Anderluck. Point 6. Straight points to a possible game point here for the yellow shirt of post 6. Anderluck trying to stop him. Cool fitness. Catch by Anderluck. Hard throw. Caught by Cool Fitness. Luck again. Right up the middle. Cool Fitness is there. Chick-Chack scores. We very rarely see those, ladies and gentlemen. Chick-Chack's where it comes to the back, thrown from the forehand. It's the crack just between the floor and the back wall. Does not come out. Play continues. Catch by Cool Fitness. Hard throw. Caught by Tennessee. Tennessee throws it hard. Cool Fitness for the rebote. Cool Fitness, 2-all rebote. Gets out of the way. Tennessee's there. Tennessee with a carom. That lands out. Point 3. Cool Fitness has 4 points. He serves 2. Post 4. Bueno. Bueno on the backhand. Cool Fitness missed the rebote. Point 4. Bueno has 3 points. He serves to the black shirt of post 5, El Barba. That's an overserve. Point 5. Receiving, post 7, Ikeda. Ball tipped to the inside, point 7. Purple shirt at post 8 receiving. Here's Jedden. Good catch by Jedden. Here's Ikeda from the 9 line. Catch by Jedden. Backhand throw to the outside. Rebote by Ikeda. Great catch by Jedden. Carom by. Ikeda scores. Sidearm. That went to the sidewall, the front wall, the floor. Out. That is a carom. Here's post 1, Ben. Powerful backhand throw by Ben. Forehand rebote by Ikeda. Ben from the 7 line. Throws a carom. Ikeda read it, stopped it. Returns a carambola, picked off but not held on to. Well thrown, point 7. And the carambola we discussed yesterday goes to from the front wall to the side wall, back out, usually thrown hard. Ladies and gentlemen, this game cannot be played beyond 7 points. Ikeda has 6, Anderluck has 5. With 2 points on the line, this is game point. Hard throw to the inside. Ikeda for the rebote. He makes the rebote. Here's Anderluck from the 7 line. Hard thrown and scoring. Point and game to post 6. 7 comes in second. 3 comes in third. Unofficial order finish. 6, 7, 3. Results from Game 6 are official as posted. Coming in first, post 6, Anderluck. Taking second, post 7, Ikeda. Coming in third, post 3, Cool Fitness. There are your prices. The Quinella, that's first and second in any order, 6-7 or 7-6, $49.40. The 6-7-3, $678.60. And the pick 3, 5-4-6. All 3 numbers returning $428. 3 games left in today's performance, ladies and gentlemen. Games 7, 8, and 9. Up next, Game 7, a spectacular 7 doubles match. The next game is played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There are 2 scratches again in Game 7. Game 7, post 7. Scratch rock, replace rock with juice. Game 7, Game 7, post 7. In the front court, scratch rock, replace rock with juice. Game 7, post 7 in the back court. Scratch Ron, replace Ron with Carballo. Juice goes in for rock. Carballo goes in for Ron in Game 7, and post time is just about 8 minutes away.
And ladies and gentlemen, we got another video for you before this finals doubles game of the afternoon. We've been showing these top 10 videos. We got different types of shots, top 10 rebotes, top 10 2-alls. Well, we're back to the rebotes video this time. The top 10 rebotes of the 2019 season right here for you on the Jai-Alai channel. Take a look. Outside placement from Poole. Asier goes back for the rebote, diving, and that's a 2-ball, and lands just in. That will score.
Goes in from the 4 line. Outside placement stopped by Willow. Willow plays it back. Bueno, what a rebote save on the left side. Stopped on the forehand of Jin. What a beautiful rebote. Jin on the run, 2 bounces, scores. Back to the inside, Carballo goes. Douglas with the blind save.
Wow.
Just lobbed it up under his arm. Rebote thrown beautifully. Antelope gets out of the way. Rebote's back up. What a fine effort. This is a 2-ball. El Barba on the run. And it scores. Carballo picks the serve. Here's the reverse. That is a diving save by CRB. Somehow gets rid of it in time without holding it. Here's Anderluck. Carballo diving save. What a fantastic rebote thrown by Carballo. Diving save, it's up, it's in, it scores. That's why you never give up.
Big left side, takes an interesting hop, goes to the outside. There's Douglas. First play back to the inside, high bouncer. Carballo waits for it.
Wow.
Unbelievable rebote save.
Carballo's there. Sidearm carom, split placement. Kubala up at the 5 line. Willow, that's in play. That is absolutely in play.
And those were the top 10 rebotes from the 2019 season, Stu. I love those. High flying, you see helmets going everywhere, people laying their bodies out on the line. It's good to see. And I love the effort, and hopefully the fans do too. A big difference is those. Look at those high five prices coming across the board. Looks like
a couple numbers are alive in that high five.
Yes, looks like 2 people could be taking home that jackpot today in the high five. And on those top 10 videos, another point, we got a couple more of those coming. We had the rebotes, you had the 2 walls, definitely one for caroms.
Top 10 announcing moments?
We were tracking the bloopers or like the best announcer stuff.
No. I was being completely facetious.
Wow.
You're serious?
Well, I mean, we were, and then we had all the shots, and then there's about like 20 different shots so you got to look for, and then to look for those 2, it was like, you know what, we'll focus on this for this season, and then maybe 2020 when we make a lot of mistakes on the air, then we can, get those in. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, how about we don't do that?
That was poo-pooed by corporate, so that was a good call. Yeah.
Like I said, corporate geniuses. Absolute geniuses. Yes. No, we don't need top 10 announcing anything. We are ready to begin game number 7. A spectacular 7 doubles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts of post 1, the team of Diaz and Anderluck. Receiving in the blue of post 2, CRB and Vuelo. CRB takes the serve, throws a carom. Diaz is there, juggling. Ball was stopped by Diaz, but it juggled in the basket. Ball has to be caught and stopped when you make that catch. Point 2. Our next matchup has CRB serving to the white shirts of post 3, Lamonte and Douglas. Strong backhand by Douglas. Vuelo's there. Vuelo goes to the outside. Douglas is there. Douglas with a hard throw. Great catch by Vuelo. Vuelo again. Scoop by Douglas. Powerful forehand rebote coming out. Tejada rebote is going to score for CRB. Point 3. Point 2, rather. Green shirts opposed 4, Bueno in Tennessee. CRB stops a 2-all. Carambola scores. Point 2. Black shirts, post 5 receive. Here's El Barba and Ben. El Barba picks the serve, sends it back beautifully to the inside. That's a nice forehand rebote by Vuelo. Ben powers this. It doesn't touch the overhead screen.
Oh!
That counts.
Wow.
So does that. So does that.
Wow.
All of that counts. All you have to do is make connection.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that wasn't on camera. All you have to do when it's that close is make contact with the cesta up to the front wall. El Barba got up there. To his credit, he caught it through an outside placement beautifully. Wow.
That's what everyone asks, if you can use the cesta. Yeah, we're gonna get that
Yeah.
shot in the computer. We're tracking that one, Stu.
Our next matchup has El Barba serving. Dennis is calling for time again. Here's post 6. Cool Fitness
The
and
human
Jen.
rain delay
He's
asking
tired.
for a timeout again. Yeah.
Cool Fitness from the backhand. El Barba just missed that rebote. Point 6. Pink shirts at post 7 receive. Juice and Carballo. Juice going for the serve. Knocked it down. Point 6. Here's post 8, the purple shirts. Fred and Ikeda. Ikeda from the backhand. It's a nice rebote by Jedden. Ikeda comes in at the 9 line. Karam beautifully thrown. Stopped.
Got it. Oh.
Could not get it over Fred's head. Tough break. Point 8. First round's complete. All matchups are now double. First to return, post 1, Diaz and Anderlock. Anderluck on the catch. High and hard, back to the inside. Here's Fred. Fred makes the rebote. Rebote again. Fred with a swing and a miss. Point 1. That'll bring back post 3, the white shirts, Lamonte and Douglas. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Point 3. Here's post 4, the green shirts, Bueno and Tennessee. Bueno picks the serve. Threw that in the overhead screen. Point 3. Here's post 2, CRB and Vuelo receiving. Catch by Douglas. Powerful forehand by Douglas. Scores. Point 3. Possible game point for the white shirts, post 3, Lamonte and Douglas. Trying to stop them, post 5, El Barba and Ben. El Barba picks the serve. Outside placement scores, point 5. Play continues. Well thrown by El Barba. This next matchup has El Barba serving to the pink shirts of post 7, Juice and Carballo. Rebote left side for El Barba, caught by Juice but not held on to. Point 5. Possible game point for the black shirts at post 5, El Barba and Ben. Trying to stop them, post 6, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Catch by El Barba. Cortada by El Barba. Comes too far back. Cool Fitness is there. El Barba from the backhand. Nice and hard to the inside. Jedden calls for the rebote. Plays it. El Barba backs up. Makes the catch. Point 6. Play continues. Jedden and Cool Fitness have 4 points. They serve to the returning 8 team. Fred and Ikeda. Ikeda from the forehand. Point 6. Possible game point. Yellow shirts at post 6. Jedden, Cool Fitness. Anderluck plays it high and back. Jedden on the run for the rebote. Swinging. Lands off the court. Now to play. Point 1. Play continues. One has 4 points, serving to the 4 posts. Bueno in Tennessee. Bueno picks the serve. Rifles the reverse. Rebote got away from Diaz on the left side. Point 4. Receiving. Post 2, the blue shirt. CRB and Vuelo. Great catch by Tennessee on the backhand. Hard throw. Caught by Vuelo in the air. Vuelo goes deep. Tennessee catches it on the right side. Ball goes off the tip of Bueno's cesta. Point 2. The game is locked. It cannot be played beyond 7 points. 2 has 5. 3 has 6. CRB serves to Lamonte and Douglas for the game. Point and game to the white shirts of post 3, Lamonte and Douglas. Three wins it, 6 places, 5 serves to 2. This is show point. Ball tipped. Point and show, which is 3rd place. 2 post 5. The black shirts, El Barba and Ben. 3-6-5 is now the official order of finish for game number 7. Coming in first, post 3, Lamonte and Douglas. Taking second, post 6, Cool Fitness and Jedden. Coming in third, post 5, El Barba and Ben. And your prices will be up in just a moment. Obviously, Douglas is playing very strong and dominating, but also, you know, Diaz and Anderluck have been playing very good there. They're just not able to get in a rhythm today.
No, not at all.
And here are prices. And congratulations. There goes the high five. 4-5-4-6-3 returning $2,000. That's right, the five of five numbers, 45463 in the high five jackpot. Beautiful payoffs all the way around. The $2 Quinella 3-6. That's 3-6 or 6-3. That's first and second in any order. $95.20. 50-cent trifecta price. 365. $585. And look at that exacta. That's first and second straight up. 3-6 returning $135.70. Some really good plays, some really good prices. Up next, Game 8 in this 9-game performance. The 8th game is played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There's a scratch. Game 8, post 6, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Game 8, post 6, scratch Ron, replace Ron with Anderluck. Post time for Game 8, just 7 minutes away. And as we mentioned earlier, we've seen some pretty good practice in between the matinees and afternoon performances. And Legend was out there yesterday. Legend is right now scheduled to come back from his ACL surgery, June 1st. And also Bragley. Bragley's going to be practicing for the first time today. He's going to practice between the matinee and evening. And it looks like he is probably going to be good to come back for June 1st as well. So we're looking to see both Legend and Bragley get back into the program. Ron will be medically cleared at latest this week, so he'll be back in the performances on. He'll make his 2020 debut on Thursday.
Yeah, it's good we actually see Bradley jogging right now, so that's a very positive sign. Hope to get him back out on the court soon. We talked about him a couple of days ago also, Stu. One of the most electrifying players. That's a good word to describe it. I mean, he can jump. He's got a ton of power, pretty good skill. And I mean, his scoops are unbelievable. Some of the catches he makes, just so fast for a guy of his size. I mean, former hurdler at the University of Miami. So, I mean, this guy, a ton of athletic ability. I mean, both Legend and Bradley, I mean, we talk about the athletes we have on this roster. Two of the better ones are still yet to come, so a lot more, and those guys are middle-late players as well, so they're going to get some more depth in those games, push some of those middle guys up to the earlier games, so you're going to get a lot more parity in these games, and when those guys come back, it's going to be really big for the whole roster.
People really enjoy watching a number of different players, but specifically we get a lot of positive feedback about Bragley. He's an exciting player. His form, as far as traditional highlight form, is a little off.
Yeah.
But his sheer power on that right side. I mean, he does have that highlight body. He's an extremely long frame and a very long arm. Throws the ball very, very hard. And as far as I mean, kind of goes without saying, we don't have anyone that's not competitive.
Yeah.
But he's definitely one of the more
he's
he
quiet.
Does not like losing. Never mind losing, period. He doesn't like losing points.
Yeah.
So,
This is a guy that going to give you 110% also, which is why I think a lot of the people love him as well. A guy they'll dive around. And last year, one of the plays that I remember you'll see in a top 10 video, I think it might have been in November. So in the top plays in November, whenever that comes up, he did an around the back rebote in one motion. I mean, just the reach to be able to get the ball goes around the back in one motion. I mean, that's just a little bit into what Bradley can bring. And then he caught one. I mean, if you're looking at like the 12 and the 13 line, you see those panels. It pretty much splits the wall. That second panel, he was above the second panel on one of his catches too. So, I mean, just an awesome athlete. I mean, so we'll very happy to have him back when he does come back, and make sure he's, of course, healthy with knees and legs and all that stuff. You got to be just careful, not re-injury risk there. And that was the final doubles game of the week, Stu. So we'll update the same. We don't have an award. I mean, we need Paulie here because all the creativity from us is we get it all from him. All the Machu Picchu's, the
Paulie
Golden
Man comes
Cesta,
up with the most creative stuff that we've heard. He really does.
So I'll have to call Paulie and see what he's got for the doubles, because we got the Golden. So the Golden Cesta is, just to clarify, it's the person with the most singles wins in the week. So for week 3, we talked about Bueno is leading right now. He has 6 wins. Bueno is I think Bueno may be done for the. Oh no, he's in the 4-post in Game 9. He's not playing Game 8, so Bueno's got one more opportunity. And the only man that could catch him there is Douglas. Douglas has 5 singles wins on the week. This is just singles. So if Douglas wins both of these next 2, and he will take home the Golden Cesta. And as we mentioned, there's no monetary prize that comes with the Golden Cesta, just a fun award that Paulie made up. Get some more interest, like a Player of the Week type award, and the guys really like it. It's just an extra bit of competition between them, and obviously a ton of pride out on the court. And these guys leave it all out there. So for Douglas, needs 2 wins in his last 2 singles matches to take the Golden Cesta for week number 3. If not, or if he takes one of them, it'll be a tie with Bueno. And if he doesn't get any, Bueno will take it outright after Bueno had 0 wins through the first 2 weeks. Dude, that's unbelievable.
Do you give ties? That's not an award that I've ever been involved with. Do you give ties for that, or does it go to second places after that to see who wins it?
We would just tie. Yeah, there would be a tie, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I may have to call Paulie. I mean, I don't know the rules. I don't know when the last time we had a tie with that.
Paulie will do like an old emperor, the thumbs up or the thumbs
down. We go by Paulie Law with the nicknames.
Paulie, take a picture. Thumbs up or thumbs down.
Let us know, please, bud. Yeah, Bueno, 21 total appearances in singles this week thus far. 6 wins, 3 places, no shows. And that's a big turnaround from his previous 2 weeks where there was a lot of places and shows. So Bueno getting it done this weekend. And that's just the difference, closing out those points. And you see, got him 6 wins as the clock strikes 0. We're ready to begin game number 8. Feature singles games, Stu.
We're ready to begin game 8, a spectacular 7. Singles match, play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Powerful reverse by Kubala. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Just missed on the rebote. That hit the pad. Point 2. Our next matchup has Kubala serving to the white shirt at post 3. Here's Jedden. Low backhand by Jedden, picked up by Kubala. Rebote left side. Kubala makes the catch. Scoop attempt tipped by Jedden, point 2. That'll bring into the court the green shirt of post 4. Our next matchup has Kubala serving to Douglas in post 4. Difficult catch by Douglas. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Kubala. Douglas is there. Hard throw to the inside.
Ooh.
Kubala showing tremendous effort to try to get his cesta on that ball. He touched it, just could not bring it in. Point 4. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here's El Barba. Douglas going for that on the forehand. Hard back to the inside. It scores, point 4. Here's post 6, the yellow shirt. Substituting for Ron is Anderluck. Powerful forehand by Anderluck. Bote clipped the side wall. Anderluck's there. Anderluck goes for the hard to the inside, and it scores. Point 6. This next matchup has Anderluck serving to Carballo in the pink of post 7. Carballo from the forehand. Sidearm carom, stopped by Anderluck. Anderluck's carom, I mean, that is picture perfect. Beautifully thrown. Point 6. Completing the first round of play, Ben in the purple of post 8. Ben with a good catch. There's the backhand throw. Beautiful rebote by Anderluck. Scores point 6. Anderluck has 3 points. As we complete the first round of play, all matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Anderluck serves, returning 1 post, Ikeda. Over serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That went past the 7. This point goes to post 1. Ikeda is now on the board with 2 points. He serves to post 3, Jedden. Powerful backhand by Jedden. Rebote by Ikeda. Jedden puts it to the inside. Ikeda for the rebote. High to the front wall. Jedden makes a great catch. Ikeda from the 7 line. Fake the carom, put it back inside. Jedden on the run. Good effort by Jedden on that rebote. Point goes to the 1. Ikeda has 4 points. This next matchup has Ikeda serving to Kubala in the blue of post 2. Forehand rebote by Ikeda. Catch by Kubala. Ikeda with a beautiful catch up the wall. Ikeda from the 6 line. Kubala, excellent rebote save. He backs Ikeda up to the 10 line. Ikeda on the backhand. Rebote left side by Kubala. Here's Ikeda. Tries to go outside, doesn't get it there, puts it in the middle of the court. Kubala goes back inside to score. Point 2. Well played point by both Ikeda and Kubala. Post 5, the black shirt. El Barba receives. Good catch by El Barba off a good serve by Kubala. Kubala goes low and inside, where it scores point 2. Possible game point for Kubala in the blue of post 2. Trying to stop him. Douglas. Sidearm carom off the court. Point and game. Blue shirt of post 2. Kubala. One places, 6 shows. Unofficial order finish 2-1-6. Coming in first, post 2, Kubala taking second, post 1, Ikeda. Coming in third, post 6, Andrew Luck. He was substituting for Ron. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 9th and final game of this Sunday matinee performance. Last game of the playing week here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Got a couple days off, and we'll be back on Thursday. Next game is played to 9. That's 9 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There are your prices. Mighty Ocho, 6 of 8 numbers, returning $68. That jackpot's up to $649.20. 8th game, Quinella, 1-2. That's 1-2 or 2-1, 45-40. 2-1-6 trifecta. $182.20. That's first, second, and third place. On the trifecta, $182.20. Last game up next.
And before we get into this last game of the day, you notice it's spectacular 9 scoring for our final game. What does that mean? Well, this video will explain it. Take a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
And now we hope you guys understand the subtle difference between this 9th and final game in our first 8 games of the performance in terms of scoring and wagering. We just have the Superfecta wager available in this 9th and final game only. So if you want to play the Superfecta wager, this is your only opportunity to do that. This final game of the afternoon. And Stu, pretty fitting, our winner of our last game, Kubala. Usually on Sundays is family day. He comes here, and first family day of last year, we heard a nice voice singing all these Disney songs and from all these movies, and I turned around and Kyle Kubala.
Oh, who, Kyle?
Oh, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's.
Oh, yeah.
Kubala, rather. Sorry. Yep.
Kubala,
sorry,
yeah.
I just sat back down and saw it.
Yeah, personal relation. Yeah, we're on a first name basis, please. Yeah.
No. Kyle's a big Disney fan.
Yeah,
he's a huge Disney fan.
Are you a Disney guy? Disney, Pixar? Can you give me a favorite movie out of that crew? I don't want to separate. I don't know the difference.
I have a much
Disney,
better story
Pixar.
about Disney.
Yeah. Okay,
So
go ahead.
As part of my somewhat reserved personality, Disney opened a few years after I was born. I was born in '69. Disney or Walt Disney World down here opened 70 something like that. Yeah, 71. I was a very frightened child. The world was a very scary place to me. It just was. And so I was easily freaked out. And so I was completely freaked out by Snow White's Scary Adventures, which, when I was a little kid, was just called Snow White's Adventures.
Yeah, they didn't.
Apparently,
put the
I'm not
adjective.
the only one who was freaked out about it because they changed it to Snow White's Scary Adventures. I saw that witch turn around. I'm 51.
Yeah.
I remember being 3 years old or 4 years old. I started
Scarring.
screaming. And from that point, for the next maybe 8 years, my parents couldn't get me into the Magic Kingdom. We would go up. We would go up every year, and we'd stay. We were fortunate. We stayed in the Contemporary, the Polynesian, And I would literally not go into the little kid, 7, 8, 9, sit there, shake my head. My parents would either take turns or go at night or something like that. I would like to ride quietly on the boats behind the hotels. That was about it.
You saw. I mean, that's a pretty. Wow.
I didn't go back until I was in my 20s, and I was like, yeah, I could see where this freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's good. Well, they gotta be on top of that advertising. Now the laws back in the day were a little different with TV. There weren't as many rules.
Now someone
with
would be
swearing.
running with a lawsuit.
Yeah, I was gonna say Disney would be out of luck.
Actually, this is interesting. Years ago, they had asked Steven Spielberg when he did Poltergeist, if he had any guilt or he felt bad about scaring kids, and he looked at the camera quite honestly and said, Walt Disney's been scaring kids for the last 50 years.
People forget that.
Yeah.
Stu was one of the first.
I was terrified. I was that was traumatizing.
I haven't seen it, so maybe that's fortunate that I missed out on that one. But I'm more. It's kind of a different era. I mean, we got a lot of like Monsters Inc. That's like one of mine. Finding Nemo. That's more like what the area I was growing up in. Those were the big ones. I remember seeing a story about Disney. This must have been the best lunch meeting ever. They came up with 4 movie ideas. I don't quote me on this story, but I'm still going to talk about it on the air. It's Monsters Inc. I believe. Cars, Wall-E, and what was the last one? Finding Nemo. Those 4 were all one lunch meeting. Those 4 ideas, pretty profitable lunch meeting for Disney. Those are 4 of the better ones. Yeah,
it's kind of like the mad genius that we have that runs this place.
It's kind of how we
basically
started.
Says, how about this? Jai-Alai with glass walls and players who've never played before.
Sold.
Yeah, then he made it happen, and
here we are 3 years later.
We are currently living the dream.
This is it.
We have less than a minute to go till we begin Game 9. So are you a Disney fan?
I mean, you can't not be a Disney fan. I mean, they make pretty good movies.
Yes, you can if they scare you when you're a kid. You're all right.
You know what? I take that back. I am probably, at that rate, yeah. Definitely more of a Disney fan than you. Fortunately, the clock at 0 minutes. Ready to get back to Jai-Alai. Game 9, last one of the week.
Ready to begin our 9th game. Ikeda serves. Game 9 begins. Nice forehand rebote by Ikeda. Douglas catches it. Point 2. White shirt opposed 3 receives. Our next matchup has Douglas serving to Kubala. Strong forehand rebote thrown beautifully by Douglas. Kubala's there on a 2-all. That lands just wide. Point 2. That'll bring to the court the green shirt of post 4. Douglas now serves to Bueno. Over serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. At past the 7, this point goes to the 4. Bueno serves to the black shirt of post 5. This matchup has Carballo receiving. Scoop by Bueno. Bote left side, played beautifully to the inside by Carballo. Bueno makes a nice rebote. Here's Carballo. He goes outside with it. Bueno was there. Carom by Bueno. Got too much on it. That's off the court. Point 5. Carballo now serves to the yellow shirt of post 6. Number 8, Jedden receives. Catch by Carballo. Hard to the inside. Jedden's there. Carballo missed the scoop. 0.6. Pink shirt at post 7 receives. Our next matchup has Jedden serving to El Barba. Swing and a miss on the rebote. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 1, Anderluck. Rebote forehand fired by Anderluck. The scoop attempt just missed. 0.8. Well, he didn't cuss. That's good. All points are now double after the first round of play. Red shirt at post 1 receives. Here's Ikeda. Ikeda on the backhand. Hard to the inside he goes. Here's Anderluck. Ikeda steps in at the 8 line. What a catch by Anderluck. Rebote got away from Ikeda. 0.8. Anderluck has 3 points. He serves to the white shirt at post 3. Taking the court is Kubala. Rebote forehand. Scores. 0.8. Eight has 5 points. Remember, 9 points are needed to win a superfecta game. Douglas receives, post 2. That is an ace serve. Wow. Tremendous throw by Anderluck. 0.8. Possible game point for Anderluck. Bueno receives. Forehand rebote missed. Midcourt, 0.4. Play continues. Bueno has 3 points. Receiving the black shirt at post 5. Carballo. Point 4. Bueno has 5 points. He serves to the yellow shirt at post 6, Jedden. Good catch by Bueno. Carom by Bueno. Stopped by Jedden. Carambola by Jedden. Cuts way outside and scores. Well thrown by Jedden. 0.6. Here's post 7. El Barba. Great catch. Almost made. Jedden got there. Wasn't able to bring it in. 0.7. El Barba is serving to the red shirt of post 1. Number 23, Ikeda receives. Point 1. Here's post 3 in the white shirt, Kubala. Strong forehand rebote by Ikeda. Kubala's there. Point 3. Here's post 2, Douglas. Nice backhand throw by Kubala. Great pickup by Kubala on the backhand. Douglas for the rebote. 2-all. Cut in the air by Kubala. Kubala faked it outside. Douglas comes all the way back to the 12 line to make the rebote save. Here's Kubala. Off the court, point 2. Douglas has 4 points. Returning with possible game point, Anderluck. Great catch by Anderluck. Long Karam's going to score. That is perfectly executed for the win.
Good way to end
Point and game to the purple shirt of post 8, Anderluck. Four places, 2 shows. 6 serves 7. This is a playoff for 4th place. Good catch by Jedden. El Barba from the backhand. Point and a 4th place finish to Jedden. Unofficial order finish 8-4-2-6. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 9 are official. Coming in first, post 8, Anderluck. Taking second, post 4, Bueno. Coming in third, post 2, Douglas. Taking a quad, post 6, Jedden. 8-4-2-6. The official order of finish for Game 9. $2 quinoa 4-8, $43. $2 quinoa 4-8, $43. The trifecta 8-4-2, $501.60. Exact 8-4, $89. 10-cent super 8-4-2-6, $144.07. overall, some really good play today. I don't think there's any question about that. Name of the game today was speed. Tremendous throwing, some extremely hard throwing by Douglas and Anderluck.
Yeah,
Anderluck had a fantastic serve. He had 2 beautiful caroms in that last game. That was absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it was almost like right after we were talking about it. I think it was game 2 or 3. We're talking about how hard these guys were throwing, and after that, they were just firing all day. It's good to see, and the power, the speed, that's all part of it. So it's good fun. Great week of action, and we got some standings updates for all you.
Standings updates.
Yes, multiple
Update the standings.
Multiple updates. So for those keeping along with the Golden Cesta, Douglas, no wins in his final 2 games, meaning that Bueno will take the Golden Cesta for week number 3. Bueno, a solid week, 6 wins, 4 places in the money, 10 games, total of 45, about a little over 45% of the time for Bueno. If it would have gone to place for second place, Bueno still would have gotten it. He had 4 places. So congratulations, number 22, Bueno. After a tough stretch to open it up, he takes the 3rd Golden Cesta of the week. That's the player of the week, the person that earns the most singles wins. So 6 for Bueno this week, the most on the roster. Congratulations to him. Showing a ton of improvement this week in closing games. I mean, he had a ton of places, a ton of shows in the first couple of weeks. So now just finding that leftmost column, the win column, is what's important here, and he did that this week. So good for him. And then going to those doubles standings, Douglas and Lamonti played in 14 doubles games this week. They won 7 of them, Stu. 50% of the time they're winning. The only other team that comes even close is Ikeda and Fred. They played in 16 games. They had 3 wins, so they're winning at just under 19% clip. The team at Douglas and Lamonti this week winning at 50%. So overall double standings, Douglas and Lamonti atop the leaderboard. They are at 10. Ikeda and Fred, they have 5 that are in second place. And then overall for those single standings, we still have Douglas in the lead at 15. Anderluck now taking that final game. Moves up into second place, passes Ikeda. He has 13 singles wins, and then Ikeda now in 3rd with 12. And then you got Vuelo at 10. So 4 guys, double digits. Diaz right behind Vuelo. So tightly packed after week 3, and a lot more highlight to go, Stu. So those will definitely be changing as the season progresses.
And great week of highlight. We'll be back on Thursday. Gonna take a couple days off. I'm going to sleep. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Sunday matinee performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. Glad that you chose to join us this afternoon, and invite you to join us again on Thursday when we'll play 9 more games at 12 p.m. The schedule is Thursday, 12 and 4 p.m. Friday, 12 and 4 p.m. Saturday, 4 p.m. and Sunday, 12 p.m. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us today and hope you will join us again on Thursday. That's it. Andrew, have a good couple days.
Thank you. You too, Stu. Everyone at home.
Appreciate that. And goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai.